Hello guys, I've been using lots of drones in the past years and I've been flying a lot, and the Mavic is just not a good drone. Let's see why. For those who don't know me, I'm a drone pilot. I've been a drone pilot for quite some time now, many years. I've been using many different drones. I've been flying a lot, and I do work for WeTalk UAV as a living, which of course is a drone business review and test platform. I'll leave the link in the description if you're interested. And we do work with drones, okay? So a little bit, I'm not the master, but a little bit I do know about drones. And in this video I wanted to tell you why you should never buy the Mavic, and I'll give you some reasons to that. First of all, and so that you can understand me a little bit better, I want to tell you a little bit about the history, the past months or even the past year, how this drone came into the market. Because this will give you a clue and a better understanding why this drone may not be as good as you thought before. September 2016 was a pretty good year for drone enthusiasts, because GoPro released the Karma, and 1 week later DJI managed to release the Mavic. When the GoPro Karma was released, it was the first drone that was actually foldable, which was a huge news in the drone business, and it was something really interesting. We had not tested it yet, and we were really expecting a awesome drone by GoPro. However, as you know, a couple of days or weeks later, GoPro had to recall 2,500 units of the GoPro Karma. And that meant for DJI that their strategy of publishing the Mavic 1 week later of GoPro was an absolute blast. First of all, because the GoPro Karma had a very old technology, probably 2-3 years old technology. It had no GPS system, it had no real good hovering. There was a lot of problems where the Mavic was much better and actually solved all those problems. It was a nice foldable drone that was as big as a water bottle, and you could actually travel pretty good with it. It had 4K, it had GPS, it had sensors. It was just an absolute blast, and it was a big difference against the GoPro Karma, and actually GoPro Karma was going down very badly after the release of the GoPro Karma. However, the war between DJI and GoPro started weeks earlier, and you know, this actually most of you may have forgotten about, but DJI released the Osmo and the Osmo Mobile. This is pretty interesting because for me the Osmo and the Osmo Mobile are products way underrated, and for me one of the best things that DJI actually has ever made are those Osmos. And this means that weeks before the GoPro Karma release, which you have to remember, it's a foldable drone, it had that arm that you could actually take out, and it was a stabilizer for your phone. With that previous launch of DJI, everything that came out on the Karma sounded a little bit like old, you know? I mean, DJI released the DJI Osmo, and Karma was just a kind of DJI Osmo inside a drone with no GPS, with no anything, and it was kind of bad for GoPro. So DJI actually managed that situation awesome. And from now on, all I want to say is personal opinion, okay? I have no official information on this, and I have really no idea if it was like this, so I'm gonna just tell you my personal opinion. The marketing strategy of the DJI with the Mavic was perfect. It was on time, it destroyed GoPro, and it turned out to be awesome timing and perfect strategy. However, the feeling that some of us had was that the Mavic was just not ready yet. It was a drone that probably would have gone in 2017 into the market, and 2016 was just too early. This means the strategy DJI was clear, was to destroy the competence, to destroy GoPro, and that worked perfect. But the drone was not ready. So the first thing that happened once they started selling the Mavic was this. Early November, DJI was apologizing for the delays in the delivering of the new Mavic Pro. And they were telling you, thank you for your patience, blah blah blah. And we began accepting pre-orders, and everything for top quality took longer than planned. So they actually said that a few drones were sold and already shipped. You will never know if that was true or not, and that they weren't giving you a official date for the release because they have to produce top quality drones, blah 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 blah. What does this mean? The drone was just not ready. They had a few units and they probably sent them to the reviewers on YouTube and some famous people so that they could show it to the world, but the production was just not ready. That meant that there actually were some bugs on the drone once it was released, and a few things that have only been improved with the Platinum. And actually, even though it has the same sensor, though a way smaller gimbal than the Phantom 3 Pro, the feeling I have is that this little drone never got even close to the quality where a Phantom 3 had us a couple of months earlier. Now I'm saying this because I was a user of the Phantom 3 Pro and I was a very proud user, and this drone was just the best drone for me, the biggest change from the 2 to the 3 series of DJI, and this drone was just perfect. And all the quality output, the video output on the Phantom 3 Pro was amazing. And now I want to show you a bit of footage that I filmed with the Phantom 3 Pro way back in 2015. And some of the footage I've been filming with both the Platinum and the normal Mavic this year, 2017, 2 years later. And you will see that the footage, the quality will not get even close to the quality of the Phantom 3 Pro. So take a look. You probably saw the difference, right? And it is pretty obvious. Now let's talk a little bit about the camera. And the difference, of course, is that they got pretty much the same sensor of the Phantom 3 series, the Pro, into the Mavic. As you can see, probably the Mavic sensor, the Mavic gimbal is way smaller than the Phantom 3 Pro gimbal, which means that they put a lot of effort and 1 year developing probably to get all this big thing into this small thing. But you have to remember one thing, that in between those two drones, this little boy came out here, the Phantom 4 series. Actually, this one is the Phantom 4 Pro, which we painted for a video for We Talk UAV, but it's the Phantom 4 Pro, the wide one that actually was released before the Mavic. This gimbal was even better than this one. The sensor was bigger, it was a 1-inch sensor, it had a mechanical shutter, you could close the aperture manually on here. It was the Phantom 3, but much better. And this is probably the best drone I've been flying with for the price, for the quality output, and even if I had tons of money, I would not recommend the Inspire 2 because it's just too big and too heavy, and I've been using it and I actually have it somewhere over there, even with the X7 camera, X5S camera. This is another world, okay? This is more for cinematic productions and more professional footage and stuff like this, but the Phantom 4 Pro and even the Phantom 4 Advanced and even the Phantom 4, which now for Christmas you have pretty cheap, are way better than the Mavic in terms of price quality output. The Mavic has a big problem, and it is that the 1080p 60 is supposed to be fixed with this drone, okay, with the Platinum edition. They had a problem because the 1080p 60, they already were thinking about goggles and FPV and all that stuff, because you have to remember that this drone has the OcuSync system and you can actually connect it to the goggles over there without any cable or anything. And the 1080p 60, according to DJI, for a better racing and FPV experience, just is horrible. It is awful. So if you plan to do some slow-mo shots with this drone, you can just forget about it. It just doesn't work. It is awful. Everything looks like painted with some color and aquarella style. I don't know. It's just awful. Even the sharpness, I will never get to have a sharp image as on the Phantom 3 Pro before. Even if I turn it down or up and work on it on the post, it never will get close to the Phantom 3 Pro. Never, really. The colors are horrible. It looks like a phone camera that has been attached to a drone, okay? A very old phone camera attached to a drone, and the output is just not good. If you want a good image, good saturated, good contrasted, even in the post, you need at least to go for a Phantom drone, not for a Mavic. So please avoid the Mavic. The Mavic is only good if you want to travel and you don't care about the video output. Now, the Platinum, released a couple of months ago, was supposed to be fixing that 1080p 60 thing, okay? I've been filming with this and it is true. The output is better on the 1080p 60. It is sharper, it is clearer, not as crispy as on the Mavic. And this drone is one step further in technology, and for I think $100 extra, you can actually have a couple of minutes extra flight time. The system of the motors is also new, so the Mavic Pro Platinum is a little bit better than the old one. Now, also on my personal use, I've been flying quite a lot with the Mavic, and of course, as a professional videographer, you need to use filters and all that, and I just never managed to get to know properly this camera and to use the correct filters. I'm always testing. Even after flying a couple of months, I still have to test which filter works better on the Mavic, because somehow I just don't get to manage it properly. On the Phantom 3 Pro, I had my rules, I had everything. I knew which filter to use when, with snow, with sun and sunset, I knew everything. On the Mavic, I just can't. I don't know why, maybe I'm dumb, I just can't get to manage professionally this Mavic. Also, another thing that bothers me a lot, but you may live without that perfectly, but I just can't, is, you know, when using your phone on the controller, the battery just disappears fast, okay? The Phantom series, the controller does charge, they do charge your phone. This means that you probably will never be empty of battery on your phone. Whereas it's just a small thing, but on the Mavic, the controller does not charge your phone. This means that I've been never able to fly more than an hour, even having 3, 4 or 5 batteries, which I do own. And at some point the phone runs out of battery, I have to charge the phone separately with a power bank, and then I cannot be flying simultaneously. Those are all little things that just bother me a lot, really, when flying. And also, for the price of the Mavic, DJI released the Spark, and the Spark has actually the same sensor as the Mavic, which means the quality output is some close to the same. The Spark has a okay output for a mini drone or selfie drone, whatever you want to call it. It's actually pretty awesome. However, it is not manual. And of course it is 4K ready, but they just capped it. You can't use 4K on this drone. Spark 2 is coming sometime soon, and they will have 4K, that will have manual modes in video and everything. But the Spark seriously has the same quality output as the 1080p 30 on the Mavic, and for the price, go for a Spark. Go for a Spark, buy a controller, and it is smaller, it is lighter, it is better overall as the Mavic. So if I have to tell you which drone you could buy for Christmas or after Christmas, or when a new drone comes into the market, go for the Phantom series. The Phantom series are way ahead of the Mavic series, and I'm really sad, because the Mavic, it is a good drone, but just the camera is too bad. And the Phantom 4 series is amazing. Even if you can't afford it, go for the 3 series. It's still much better than the Mavic, even though it's of course bigger and a little bit bulkier. And overall, for this video, I've been also just taking a look at other awesome footage by the Mavic to see if it's me that I cannot use, or I don't know really how to post the video output of the Mavic. But it's just, if you take a look on the videos, cinematic, amazing Bali from the Mavic people, the quality is not good. The image is not good, really, seriously. If you go and check out professional footage of the Phantom 4 series, the image is 10,000 times better. So guys, I really hope that I wasn't too hard on the Mavic. It is my personal opinion. I'm not harming anyone. I told you it is a good drone, but for filmmakers, you can forget about it, okay? For travelers, if you just want to take a couple of pictures from the sky, it is awesome. But seriously, if you want to go and take good footage, go at least for the Phantom series, or any other drone will do the job. Well, I got nothing else to say here. I really hope that you all have a nice Christmas. And for those that actually do have a Mavic and now are like with a burning head saying, I want Mavic. It is okay, okay? It is not a bad drone again. You probably have good videos too, and I'm just telling that people that don't have drones and want a great output should not go for the Mavic. This is the only thing I'm telling. And also, as sometime soon the Mavic 2 will come out, I'm really hoping that that will be a great drone. Remember, the Phantom 1 was just also horrible, and the Phantom 2 got better, and the 3 was just the blast. Well, nothing else to say. I really hope that you liked the video, at least that it was a bit informative. Leave me the thumbs if you thought, leave me not the thumbs down. Just tell me if you didn't like the video. Please don't dislike the video. Just tell me, hey, I don't agree because blah blah blah. I will try to answer. Well, I will answer it, and we can start a nice conversation here. And I'm really open to do more videos about the Mavics and all what I think, if you think that it was helpful. So thank you for watching. Merry Christmas.